I didn't hear. Hello, USA! Football fans, soccer fans, AFL fans. Bobby Cardenas coming at you from a very hot and muggy Lancaster, California. Look at this verkapte hair I got going. Oof. Saturday, August 18th. It's about 1:30, right? Oh, my clock stopped. I gotta change the battery. It's about 1:30. We finished up. I got home about 11:45, I guess, from the fields. Ugh, I had to wind down. I'm watching Tottenham take on Fulham right now. It's 1-1 in the first half. I'm going to discuss the reason I left my referee uniform on. I'm going to discuss something interesting that happened in my second game today. I'm not going to name names or the team, but I'm just going to explain something that actually in some comments from one of the managers, that in 23 years of my refereeing, I have never heard this comment made. So first, let's go on what's happening and what's been happening. For those of you that don't realize, Real Madrid lost the UEFA Super Cup to Atletico Madrid during the week. I think it was Wednesday. Tuesday or Wednesday? Wednesday. They lost 4-2. It had to go in extra time and they ended up losing 4-2. The UEFA Cup pits the Champions League winner versus the European Cup winner, the Europa winner. That's called the Super Cup. And in the Spanish Super Cup, which pits the winner of the league versus the winner of the Spanish Cup, Barcelona beat Sevilla. And although they actually played in the Spanish Cup final during the season and Barcelona won, because Sevilla was the team in the final, they ended up playing for the Super Cup. Kind of weird. Anyway. So today, Premier League started last week. And today the Spanish La Liga starts. Barcelona takes on Alaves. That game is being recorded actually right now. I'll watch that in a little bit. And tomorrow, Real Madrid takes on Getafe. And Monday, Valencia will take on Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, and Real Madrid are the three favorite teams to top the league this year, with Barcelona, by most people, should win the league, with Real Madrid coming in a close second. But, who knows? You never know what happens during the season with injuries and all that. And why do I say that? Because in the Premier League, I think Liverpool has a very good chance to top and win the league this year. Although they and Man City will be fighting head-to-head, because most people consider Man City still the favorite, the defending champs. But because of injuries, you never know. And, ironically, in the first match last week, Man City beat Arsenal 2-1, I think it was. One of their key midfielders, De Bruyne, ended up with an injury, not during the game, but during last week, during training, a knee injury that could put him out for 3 months, they're saying. Oof. So Liverpool will play Monday, rather, against, go to Crystal Palace. Liverpool won their home opener last week 4-0 against West Ham United. Now they have a chance to go travel to Crystal Palace. Let's face it, it's not one of the powerhouse teams of the league. Monday, and win their second match and get another 6 points. I'm not sure who Man City plays this week. They play tomorrow. They play Huddleston Town, so Man City should have won. But at least if Liverpool can keep neck and neck with Man City for the season, who knows what will happen at the end. All right, by Liverpool. Earlier today, Cardiff City took on Newcastle with a 0-0 result. Tottenham is playing Fulham. Chelsea faces Arsenal, which I recorded, and then Barcelona with Alaves. Tomorrow, Man City, Huddersfield, Brighton and Hove Albion will welcome Man United. I don't know what's going to happen with Man United with friggin' Jose Mourinho. This year's a nut job. And then, as I said before, Real Madrid takes on Getafe and whatnot. Then next week, the French Ligue 1 already started also, but let's face it, I don't really follow them that much. Serie A starts next week or this week. Whichever week they start, they're no longer going to be on beIN Sports. ESPN Plus, which is something you're going to have to subscribe to and pay, is carrying Serie A this season, which means unless you're willing to pay for that, you ain't going to see Ronaldo playing for Juventus. I know I'm not, because I'm not going to freaking pay for that. I'll watch him during the Champions League. Anyway, okay, so let's get to what happened today in a match. I was refereeing the second match. It was in about the 62nd minute of the second half. One team was up 3-0 at that time. Okay? Now, I'm over here. I'm the ref on the opposite side of the field. Players down here. Red team's going this way. The red player is possessing the ball and going away from goal, outside the area, when the blue player shoves him in the back. Shoves him. I blow the whistle from here. Obviously, I've got a better angle from him. He may not really have seen it. He may not have known if he actually pushed him. Who knows? Because I had a clear vision of it, I immediately blew the whistle. The red player makes the motion over here, trying to get to the ball, the free kick. The blue player immediately goes and stands over the ball. I blow the whistle several times, and I'm telling him, back off, back off. He doesn't back off. So I issue one of these. Yellow card. The play continues, and they're screaming, oh, wait a second, well, he doesn't know. The other team has to call for 10 yards. No, they don't. Okay? Then another play occurs where the same team, on a throw-in, the ball goes over the touchline, like 10, 15 yards away. Player picks it up, and as he's coming towards the touchline, they throw the ball in. At about 5 or 6 yards away from the touchline, he throws it in. I blow the whistle. Blue team, the other way. Throw-in. Why? Because the law states you're supposed to take a throw-in within 1 yard off of where the ball has exited the field, away from the touchline, or up and down the field. Do players really do that in most games? No. The professionals, they'll take the ball and they'll run up 10 yards and take the throw. Is that against the laws of the game? Yes, it is. Now, if I call it, am I wrong to call it based on the law of the game? So after the match, I went over to the team, started talking to the umpire, to the manager, who was arguing the whole time. And they were arguing, hey, none of your other referees call this. Or, I don't see this called in other games. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm not them. I'm me. I've been refereeing 23 years. I know the laws, in and out. And they were arguing that none of my other referees would have made those two calls. How do they know? How do you know what another referee would have called? How can you make a statement like that? This is the laws of the game. This is a bigger book that really actually tells the laws of the game more thoroughly. And the law regarding an indirect direct free kick is Law 13 requires all opponents to be at least 10 yards away in all directions from the location of any free kick, and it is the duty of these opponents to retreat the required distance as quickly as possible without being directed by the referee to do so. They were arguing that they don't have to back off 10 yards unless the team asks for it. Give me 10 yards. That's not the case. The throw-in also states here what I can see this post going on. I don't want to bore you with it. But in any event, the last thing that manager said on the sidelines after the game we were discussing this was that, because my other referees might not have called that, and why would you call these laws? Why would I call that? Because I called these things, I look stupid. And I told them, I said, I look stupid enforcing the laws. So if I hadn't called the plays properly, then I would look smart. How the frig does that make any sense? I didn't continue with it because, you know what? He's the one that, unfortunately, at that point, looked stupid to his players stating that. So that's it. I gotta go. Say no to racism and go USA. I'll come back maybe tomorrow or Monday and see what's going on, especially with my Liverpool. See you later.